Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey, Janet. How you doing, Janet? Millette, Twiggy, good to see you. Hey, A. Hall Houston. Good evening. Happy to see you. Hey, Rebecca. Hopefully you had a good week. Hey, Viola. I'm still waiting on what you were supposed to be doing for me. Hey, Andrew. Good to see you. Lorraine, hello. Hey, Latasha. I am doing well. Good to see you all. Katina, good evening to you. Hey, Margaret. Happy birthday. Good to see you. Hey, Stacy. Good to see you as well. Annette, hello. Hey, Latrell, I'm waving back at you. Hey, Edie, thank you for joining us. Hey, John Hawkins, good to join you. Good to see you. Jeremy, thank you so much. I'm doing my best to stay safe. Batista, good evening to you. Hey, Anye, I'm still trying to get my words together about that. I'll talk to you about it later. Andrea, good to see you. Hey, Glenda, good evening to you. Hey, Patricia Richardson, thank you so much for everything. Doris, good to see you. Hey, Larry Baker, Mayor Baker, good to see you. Hey, Brenda, I'm doing the best I can. Doing the best I can. Hey, Tracy, good evening to you. I'm doing okay. Mixed feelings. I'll tell you a little bit about it in a moment. Hey, Yvette, good evening to you. St. Nicholas, hello. Diane, good evening to you. Rockin' Robin all the way from Kansas City, Missouri. Thank you for joining us. Lorraine, good evening. Thank you. Stacy, y'all missed me at the airport. No, you don't. I'll be there. Dana, happy Friday. Hey, Angie from the DMV. Thank you for joining us. I'm doing like you today. Tamara, good to see you. Veronica, good evening to you. Kiva, I am doing my best. Sarah, it must be Friday. He stops playing around and put these glasses on. Calvin, good to see you. There we go. Angela, good evening. Hey, Courtney, thank you for my virtual hug. Thank you. Sabrina, good evening to you. Michelle, it must be Friday. Hey, Carlene, thank you for joining us. Cindy, thank you. We're doing our absolute darndest best. Sandra, good evening. Gina, good evening to you. Susan, good evening to you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. Tim, hello, Tim. Hey, Miss Lucille, thank you so much. Good to see you. We'll get kicked off in a minute. Antoinette, hello. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. It's my pleasure to look out for us. Thank you. Hey, Harry. Good evening. Good evening. Good to see you, sir. E. Joyce Parrish, thank you for joining us. Ed, we're not playing no negativity, so thank you for that. Joycette, thank you. Happy Friday. Cheers, Marjorie. Thank you. Hey, Grazel, I have a question to ask you. Cynthia Busky, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, Debbie, thank you very much. I've been hanging out on CNN a lot lately. Hey, Trell, thank you. Sandra, hello. Nina, hey, Nina. Erica, hello, Erica. Oh, we're gonna. That's right, Ed. Thank you, sir. We're gonna have some respect. Kimberly, hello. Talia, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Evelyn, greetings to you. Noah, good evening. We'll go ahead and I'll get another minute and we'll get started. Mila, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, hey, Joan, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Edward's watching from Fort Stewart. Thank you for joining us all the way from Fort Stewart. Hey, Tiffany, I hope you are behaving today. I need you to behave today. Margarita, thank you for joining us. Anita, thank you. Good evening. So, I keep looking behind me because I'll tell you a little bit about that. Tisha, I thought I was your mayor. I guess not. Hey, Beverly, thank you for joining us. Janine, thank you. Good evening to you, ma'am. Good to see you. Tanya, you thank you. You're very welcome. Brenda, hey, it's Dawn Baker. And everybody knows, you see Dawn Baker's looking great. Cynthia, thank you. Tracy, but Dawn Baker is looking great. She's on the news. She's in the COVID test with Moderna. She ain't died. She's not looking bad. Dawn is looking great. Barbara, hello. Trudy, hello. And so I thank Dawn Baker. So all of y'all who were saying something was wrong with her, Dawn Baker is doing good. She is living her best life. Elise, thank you from Avondale. Leslie, good evening, my sister. Good to see you. Thank you. Oh, you're in Liberty County. Okay. Well, I'm glad, Tisha, you joined us from Liberty County. Okay, Derek, I will do that in a moment. Hey, Pat, thank you for joining us. Big thank you to the nurses and the staff and the doctors at Carolina Hospital. Thank you. Big ups to you. We appreciate you for all that you're doing and what you're doing as well. Tanya, wear your mask. That's right. Aaron, hello. LaWanda Tillman, thank you for joining us. All right, so let's go. So you know how we start off. David, bless you, sir. Hey, Molly Lieberman, good to see you today. So if it's Friday during a pandemic, if it's Friday during a pandemic in Savannah, Georgia, if it's Friday during the pandemic in Savannah, Georgia, and you don't have nothing else that you have to be doing, if it's Friday in our pandemic, Dondra, good to see you. Sharon, hello. Thank you for joining us. Sydney, hello. Love you too. Melanie, hello. If it's Friday during a pandemic, David, thank you. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you. I appreciate that, Pastor David. But if it's Friday during a pandemic in Savannah, Georgia, and you don't have someone else that you have to be, then that means that you are with me. It is Friday. It is our date night. That means, thank God. Ashley, good to see you. Lynette, hello. It means it is our date night. It is our time to be together where we keep the faith and we follow the science and be together. So thank you for joining us on our Friday night. We've been getting together now for over 20 weeks. And this is what we're going to do until things get better. Until you can go out on real dates. I appreciate you all hanging out with me. Now, obviously, I'm not home. I'm out actually on an assignment. So I'm as you notice, I'm in a public place, and that's why I got my mask on, and I'm keeping my eyes out behind me. See, Marjorie, I can't tell you, but I'm not. Well, I'll give you an idea. Let me see if you can look around and see. I'll just turn around and look and see. So, anyway, so that's where I am. But I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this one thing. I made sure. I said, "Hey, Miss Mary, thank you. Good to see you, Mary." I said, "I don't care what it is I got to do. At 8:30, I got something to do." My big brother Van Kennedy, good to see you. At 8:30, I got something to do, and so whatever it is that goes down, I have to stop. Pastor Tillman, good to see you. Hey, Ivania, good to see you. At 8:30, I got something I got to do. And so That's what's going down. And so I said, wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, it stops because it is Friday. And it is Friday Night Live. Good to see you, Loto. Icons is in the house. LaMonica, thank you so much for joining us today. And so a couple of things to talk about. And then the most obvious I'm not going to talk about because, again, I just think it's important not to, spike the ball in the end zone. The touchdown's a touchdown. A win is a win. And as I've said before, good to see you, Jay Chris. In the end of the day, we are all Savannahans. Cameron, good to see you. We're all Savannahans. And so I know how it felt 4 years ago when my team didn't win. Nicole and Tashonda, thank you. And so I'm not going to sit down here and just throw this up. I mean, I'm happy about it. I scored the touchdown. I did some high fives. Hey, Arlinda. And I mean, and that's it. I mean, again, I just, I didn't like it when people threw it up in my face. Hey, it's good to see Alderman Nick Palumbo from the 4th District. Hey, Miss Exclusive, good to see you. It was Nick Palumbo's birthday this week, Alderman Nick Palumbo. So shouting happy birthdays out to my friend and colleague, Nick Palumbo of the 4th District. Hey, D. Monique, thank you for joining us. So, it is what it is. The results are in, less the recount. But then beyond that, it is. But again, we're not going to sit here and, batter back and forth between blue or red. It's all Savannahans. We're all Savannahans. And I'm hoping that, for us, we're gonna do right. We're gonna be right. And again, I have people who love blue, and I have people who love red that are part of our date night, and we're not dissing nobody on date night. Okay? So can y'all do that for me? We're gonna be civil here. Because at the end of the day, the issues we face are issues we face together. Hey, Georgia, good to see you. So, hey, well, Anye, how's it your first date night? I mean, we've been having date nights for years. Tracy, thank you for joining us, and Christy, thank you for joining us as well. So, first thing I want to do is this. Shout out all the veterans. Georgia, thank you for joining us. If you are, Derek, you say you're admitted, you were admitted. You okay? Erica, thank you for joining us. But if you are a veteran, shout it out. Lynette, good to see you. We sending shout outs and love to all of our veterans. So if any of you on here are veterans, just tell us which service you were in. I mean, whatever, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, go ahead and shout it out. Kathy, we all love, it's our president until we get a new president. So, we're all in this together. So anybody that's been in the service, if you served in the armed services, if you're on now, we want to go ahead and celebrate you. So, anybody. Come on, so. Well, Anye, when you become a doctor, you just remember me, okay? Just remember me. So, Army, Latrell was in the Army. Thank you, Latrell, for your service. David, I got to pick up the check. Man, no, I don't know money. Hey, Marissa, thank you for your service, Marissa. Thank you for your service. Let's shout out Marissa and anybody else out there has service. Hey, Lee is a U.S. Army vet. Lee, thank you for your service. Let's make sure to support these folks. Lynette has a son-in-law that's a veteran. So Everett Lewis, Army Strong, thank you. Well, everybody knows that Tamara is an Army vet. Lady Blade Lewis, thank you for your service. Brenda is a Staff Sergeant, U.S. Army Air Force Reserve, thank you. Tiffany was in the Army as well, thank you. Kimberly Nesbitt, thank you so much as well. Ed Beatty, we honor your late parents that served our country as well. We just wanted to shout out and show you some love. Thank you so much for your service. Jessica Monroe is in the Coast Guard. Sending out love to Jessica. Thank you for your service. What else? Lee says her dad was the only one in his unit not to go to Vietnam. Well, he still served, so thank you so much again for your service. So I wanted to take a moment to shout those folks out. Oh, of course, Candace, Pastor Candace Harnett is a Marine vet. Thank you so much for being a Marine, and happy birthday to the Marines. Ernest Scott, sending out love to Ernest. Thank you for your service, and to all of you. We appreciate you. Geneva Thorpe, her dad, thank you for your service. So I wanted to talk about that. James, thank you. Thank your dad for his service as well. Tony, thank you for your service in the Army. Richard is still in the Army. Thank you. Edward was retired U.S. Army. Thank you, Edward. Nakia was a Navy veteran. Thank you as well. So we thank you for that. Just thank you. And I wanted to get something straight as well, because people were tripping that we didn't have a Veterans Day parade. Well, of course we didn't have one. Jessica, sing out love to Adam Pack. Thank you. And to Debbie, Obie Williams served 2 tours in Vietnam. George Sweat Jr., Marine Corps. My father served as well in the United States Army, and my brother served in the United States Army. But, we didn't have a Veterans Day parade. And people were asking, but I mean, because it wasn't safe. I'm sorry. I mean, we love our veterans, but I think we have to, Georgia, thank you for your son and daughter-in-law, your son in the Air Force and daughter in the Coast Guard. Of course, Pastor Matthew Sawthorne Brown, a World War II veteran, and we thank him and appreciate him as well. But, I mean, my point is this, is that I didn't want to have a parade. I mean, we're supposed to be, of course, the Honorable Clifton Jones in the Army. It didn't make sense for us to have a parade and not be safe. Our veterans have protected us, and it only made sense that we protected our veterans. And we know that parades they draw people, they're in close proximity to each other, and we know that those types of things are not safe. So, I mean, I'm glad that Port Wentworth did it. I mean, I was disappointed. I saw some of the parades. What? Did I vote on facts or truth or hatred of Trump? Bobby, what you talking about, man? Wallace Harley, thank you for your service in World War II. Hey, Viola's husband's a veteran. But people were just sitting here going back and forth about it. I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic. We're having a parade. When I looked what was happening in Port Wentworth, the people were walking around and they didn't have masks on. And they were in close proximity. So, I mean, I think we did something I think was fitting. I think we did something that was appropriate given the situation. I would not want to have a parade for sake of representing veterans and then veterans dying because they caught COVID. It did not make sense. It just did not make sense. So, I mean, hopefully people understood that, but we've canceled every other parade throughout the course of the year because it's not safe to do so. And as long as we're in high community spread, it does not make sense to do that. And so that's why we didn't do it. So, we love veterans. Savannah loves veterans. We're a veteran city, but we're not going to do anything that's going to put people in danger. So that's it from the horse's mouth. We're going to do the right thing and be about the right things. That's the first thing. Second thing, we are now approaching 200 deaths in Chatham County, if we have not already. 200 of our citizens, 200 mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, grandparents, 200 of people we know that live literally within a 20-mile radius of where we live in Chatham County. 200 have passed away because of COVID. And we are reaching now in Chatham County 10,000 cases. 10,000 cases. 200 people have lost their lives. And so we have been through this situation where yesterday, I working with the city council, we changed and amended our emergency ordinance to make sure we're very clear. Masks are still required in Savannah. If you're going to be in Savannah, you're going to wear a mask when you're out in public space. Um, there was some stuff where, we noticed a lot of tours, particularly walking tours, a lot of people, nobody wearing masks. We're going to start fining you for doing that. At one point they said it was exercising. That's not exercising. It's called a tour. If it's exercising, then do it for free. You're charging those people, it's a tour. And if it's a tour, then the fact is, you're walking around our neighborhoods, you're walking in proximity to where people live, and you're not wearing masks. And so we will start fining you for that. If we have not realized, we are having upticks all across the country. Things have gotten significantly worse, and we are doing the best to make sure that we do not have the same types of things happening in Savannah that we've had happening in other places around the country. I mean, just look. Hospitalizations have gone up, and I mean, again, I want to do.
Within the terminal building are designated as smoke-free. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay. I want to do what I can to make sure that that we don't get to a situation where we have to shut our city down. I mean, that doesn't work for anybody. We want you to do the right thing. And doing the right thing, everybody knows, is wearing a mask, watching your distance, and washing your hands. That's all we want you to do. Thanksgiving, should be different for you this year. Ma'am and sirs, those, don't have a bunch of people over your house. Because as you know, now, weather is changing, it's getting cooler, people are having smaller, more intimate gatherings, and, that's how you spread it. You're having a bunch of people all in and out of your houses and all that kind of stuff. I mean, everybody, hopefully, I certainly am, rethinking about what I'm going to do for Thanksgiving. Certainly, I don't want to put, my parents or put my family at risk. So, it's really going to take some soul searching about determining what it is, we're going to do. And I want you to really think very hard and long about it. Is it worth it? With the holidays coming and people arcing up. So I just wanted us to do that. I want us to make sure that we are cool. I want us to be big boys and girls. Thank you, Ephraim Timmons in the Air Force. Certainly Alicia Blakely, my colleague in the Army. Hey, Brittany. And Brittany's on here. Let me see what else I'm looking. Wait a minute. Carol, it's good to see you. Wait a minute, I'm late. See, Nicole, why are you always late for date night? We're gonna have to put you out of date night because you late. Eric Hills is a Gulf Army War veteran. Thank you. Patricia, God bless you too. Shout outs to Neil Jarrett, Army veteran. Thank you. Paula. Sarah, you're not wearing a mask? Okay, well, don't wear a mask. Just stay away from me. And stay away from all of my friends. And stay away from, it's date night. I guess you don't have to have a mask on. But I mean, why? My issue is you hurt yourself. People act like they're doing me a favor by, I'm not going to wear no mask. Well, shoot, then that's your health. I wear a mask because not only do I care about you, but I care about me. If you don't wear a mask, you're saying you don't care about either. Do you. Do you. Thank you, Rebecca. Help me with that. Let's see. Hey, Patricia, thank you so much. I'm trying to catch up. I was moving up. Hey, Radina, thank you so much. Hey, it's not really my judgment. It comes, you pray, you keep the faith, but you follow the science. You have to have both. God gives you wisdom. And so we have to do the right thing. We have to do the right thing. Tanya Koval was supposed to be gone. I mean, COVID is still here and COVID is still real. Let me see. Thank you, Lori. Mask up, thank you. I'm trying to catch up with the comments. My mask is too tight. Is it? I don't think so. I hope not. Andrew, thank you. Tawana, thank you. LaMonica, thank you. Carol, thank you. Maggie, hello. Talia said she lost her friend. She caught it at church. They would not wear a mask or social distancing. I mean, it's serious. Hey, Kenja, Kente, good to see you. Shobatika, no, cases are not dropping, they're going up. Well, Andrew, talking about the tour bus again, you know, I want to give people very fair notice, so when they start getting ticketed, we're going to hold them responsible for it. Let's see, what else? And thank you to your brother. It's not too little. It's just, I mean, no, it's just, I mean, I like it for my chin. I mean, it's just I have,
okay.
All right, I mean, you know,
I'm doing it.
it's a free mask, okay?
Yeah.
I have other masks. Let's see, I'm going and trying to get down to it. All right, thank you, Chris. Appreciate you.
Huh?
Audrey, yeah, I mean, I'm concerned about school too.
I probably
My plan not working. Why my plan not working? Hey, you know, all I can do is tell you. It's up to people to do what they gonna do. But I tell you, you know, 200. Cat is late again the Friday night. Lita, I'm sorry for your loss as well. Hey, Bernice, thank you for watching from Washington State. Cynthia, hello. Carol, thank you. Cynthia, thank you for the plate. And Pastor Andre Osborne, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Good to see you, sir. Savannah, we all we got. That is the truth. Hey, I can't speak for Poole. I can only speak for Savannah. Mardell, thank you. Sharon, hello, Sharon Grimes, thank you. If I want to have a press conference on holidays coming, please let me know. I do press conference for you. Michael, send me that. I mean, I'm sure I'm doing a press conference. Too many people dying at their own hands. Talk about mental health. Talk about domestic violence. I did that. I've talked about that. It's just not the topic today. As I said, I'm kind of in a different place right now. That's why I'm watching my back, because I don't want anybody rolling up on me. Tanya's gonna be our first Thanksgiving out your parents and kids. Hey, just love them, love them. Elise is visiting her parents in Virginia. It's strictly quarantined. Cheryl says wear a mask. Sherelle, thank you for checking in from Chesapeake. Yeah, Kimberly, it is packed because, again, it's true. I mean, this thing is real, and people are getting it. Hey, Bernadette, thank you. Shop Glasses, Inc., LLC for all your fall outfits. Hey, Chikasha from Atlanta, Georgia. Sherelle, thank you for joining us. When you go to the doctor, you tell them to wear a mask? No, you don't. God bless you, Bernice, Christina. Do tourists have to have on when you... All right, now, if you're eating or drinking, you don't have to wear a mask. But, you know, I would think that the tour guide I mean, people are coming from all over the place. I would think if I was a tour guide and people are breathing all over me, I think I would want to be able to say, y'all need to have a mask on. And I'm going to limit the number of people I'm going to have around you. I mean, you know, that's just me. Just me. Bobby, we are not China yet. No, we're Savannah. We're trying to stay alive. Everyone looking good in those masks. Yeah, thank you, Elise. Appreciate you. Well, you know what, Tanya? Now that's something I did, and I mean, you know, you get to vote by your dollars. If you're not insisting that people wear masks, I'm not coming in to see you because that shows me you don't care about your clients or your employees. Because your employees have to deal with people coming in. So, I mean, I know people call me and complain about places not having it. Don't go there. And make sure that the manager knows that you're leaving because they're not wearing masks. I bet you they'll get it together. Will they find your tour? They will find your tour if you are not ensuring that the people in the tour are wearing a mask. See, Nicole, you love me. I love you too, but you had to come on time for Friday Night Live. You got to do better. Michelle says 163 cases, 1,000 yesterday. We're doing worse than when COVID first started, and that is the truth. Shovatika, now you can't be sitting up here advertising on my page. So, you know, come on now. Juan, you tried to get in touch with me with no luck. When you try to get in contact with me, send me a message. Zakivin, thank you. I appreciate you. Ed says Albury's killers denied bond today. Carol, yes, I told you we were going to have the discussion, and Carol was talking about our animal ordinance. We're going to create opportunities for us to have some discussion. And we want to make sure that we have public input. So I'm hoping that you will be a part of that input process. Hospitals have only so much space. That's a really good point. Because the fact is that if hospitals are filled up and people can't get into hospitals, well then, when you need to have an emergency or something's going on with you, how do you get into the hospital? So, Christina says, I'm good at talking on Facebook. Yeah, I mean, I try. That's right. Marjorie, what I'll do is, so you won't advertise it, I'll have you come on the week before and we will, we'll talk about the state of small business, okay? We could do that. What else? Edward says they have a close friend fighting for life right now with COVID. Well, we'll keep your friend in our prayers. He says barely covering my nose. That's not. It's okay. I have a big nose. Why are you watching my mask, Joseph? Georgia, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Chris says two of his nephews caught COVID for not wearing a mask. They're fine now. Well, we're glad about that. Hello, Kathy. I did see that, Takasha, that over 130 White House Secret Service agents have tested positive for COVID. And, you know, I feel bad for them because they weren't allowed, from what I understand, to wear a mask. Hey, Linda, good to see you. Thank you so much. And Michael, I'm glad you wear a mask in my city. Tammy, late to Friday Night Live. We knew you were late. Regina, good evening. Martha, thank you so much. Keep me in your prayers. Good evening, Ms. Goldwire. Good to see you. Good. Carol, we've given away probably somewhere over 30,000 masks. The goal is we don't want to find people. We just want you to wear the mask, which is why we give them to you. Good evening, Rashard. Good to see you. Mardell says her second nephew got his number for Lieutenant Colonel in the U.S. Air Force and appointed to Space Force. Congratulations, Bardell. Congratulations. Hey, it is the Laurie Jones Lewis. Good to see you, ma'am, and thank you for joining us. I saw you were a little late, too. We were waiting for you to come on. Thank you, Andrew. That's what I'm saying. I have a mask on. I have a couple of other masks. You don't want me to wear those masks. Let me see if I have another mask I can wear. Yeah, let me try this one, okay? Since y'all just kind of focusing on other things. All right, this is a bigger mask that I wear. Is that better? Now that's a big mask. It covers my whole face. Is that better? Jorsette, is this better? Hey, Sharon. Hey, Pam. Good to see you. Okay, Kat, you are excused for being late. You were working, volunteering to ACLU. Thank you. MG Steele, good evening. Tanya says her son's pediatrician told her not to put her son in school for under any conditions. He has asthma. Rebecca, I'm gonna leave that alone. Ken, thank you. The next Zoom meeting for the city, it'll probably be after we have our budget retreat next week, so it'll probably be at sometime after that. Angela, good to see you. Oh, Van, you better be scared. I'm scared of COVID. I mean, you know, Angela from the ATL, thank you for joining us, but I'm scared of COVID. People act like they're not scared of COVID. You better be scared of COVID. Well, I'm just saying, I'm looking, and if you notice, again, it's date night, and so a lot of things kind of going on. And I hear people kind of coming up on me, so I'm just kind of looking around. That's right, Brenda. You may not have Thanksgiving, but every day is a day of Thanksgiving. Every day. Ed, with the new arena being built, is there any way we'll spare the Johnny Mercer Theater? Yes, I want to. It's up to council, but I think that we should spare the Johnny Mercer Theater. Marjorie, hope you can log in to congratulate the new guard winners. Marjorie, remind me, and if I can, I will. All right. Let's see. Deborah, what about the violence in shootings? Well, actually, Deborah, good question. Well, I will tell you that in 2020, more people have died of COVID than have died of homicide in Savannah. How about that? 200 people have died in Chatham County because of COVID. There are less than 20 some odd folks that have died, less than 30, I believe, that have died because of homicide. And in these homicide cases, these are people that know each other, people who have beef with each other, and it's usually about something about money, drugs, or women. So, I don't think we're talking about the same thing. Our police are doing, I think, an excellent job. They are closing these cases. And I'm glad that you asked the question because I think it's something that people don't understand. COVID has shut down our criminal justice system. Criminal justice is bigger than a police department. It's bigger than that. It is police arresting someone, and then you take them to jail. And then they run through the court system, and a prosecutor prosecutes the case in court. Well, for the last 9 months or so, the fact is the jail is not taking anybody they absolutely don't have to take. And I understand it. I appreciate Sheriff Wilcher because the fact is he doesn't want to have COVID spreading through his jail. So unless you've done something really, really bad, they've been letting people out. Well, if I'm out and I'm doing criminal things, I'm gonna do more criminal things. And that's what's happening. And so now The grand juries have started to crank back up again. This past Tuesday, I believe 40 some odd people were indicted, and some of these folks have started going to jail. But in the end, you can have police all over the place, and I mean, people can blame the city of Savannah all you want to, but at the end of the day, if you have a state where guns are allowed everywhere, then you can't be mad when guns are everywhere. And when you have people that and not me, but parents and people have not taught how to resolve disputes without using a gun, then you get what we end up with. That's what the issue is. It's not the police. And then we have people who are shot, and I know because I've been to the hospitals when they've been shot, and then you ask them who shot them, and they say, oh, I don't know. Or you have 30 people around, everybody knows, and nobody wants to say nothing. Anyway. Christina, thank you. Hey, Linda Wilder Bryan. Linda Wilder Bryan, the awesome representative from District 3. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, but I mean, people want to come with this, they want to equate, crime with the pandemic. I mean, that's gaslighting and it's smoke screening. The fact of the matter is, if we had 200 people die of homicide in Savannah in a year, you all will revolt. So, that's the issue. Anyway, let's go ahead. We'll move on. Angela, I am on assignment. I'm actually on a special mission tonight, but I was not going to miss date night. Bobby, how is it okay if people move here for a Senate race? Am I okay with that? I mean, they just need to follow the law. We don't regulate the laws. Well, Deborah, I think you have to talk about who, again, obviously you're being a little ignorant of the facts. COVID is not as scary as a crime in Savannah. Well, you think about it this way. Again, 10,000 people have caught COVID. 200 people have died of COVID. I mean, I think you need to rethink of what you're talking about. But anyway. But thank you, Tawana. I appreciate that. Well, Bobby, I appreciate you wearing a mask. Thank you. Rebecca says my mask is fine. Each time I touch the mask, I defeat the purpose? No, because again, my hands are clean. I mean, I've been walking around and see these little things right here. This. And all day, every day. Hand sanitizer. So, the fact is, and I'll do it right now just for your benefit. So we got this. We're good. Thank you. Yeah, Kat, love, light, love, and peace for prayers for those who have suffered or passed. Yes, we appreciate you. Martha, what about children in school? Again, to me, again, only if it's safe. Not only safe for the students, but safe for our teachers. Again, I want our teachers to be safe as well. The numbers are clear. When it's safe to do so, let's do so. Melinda, if needed, would the Civic Center be used as a makeshift hospital? However we can help. I'm hoping we don't get to that point. Good evening, Philip. Good to see you. Dr. Priscilla Williams, thank you so much. Can you give me, yes, you can give me your mask with your logo on it. Yes. Bring it to City Hall, bring it, and I'll wear it. Why has the weeping time racetrack area not have historical designation. We're working on that. It's not it's a state process and it's involved, and so it's going through that process. Again, well, I mean, Deborah, I mean, it's okay that you're a proud Trump supporter. I don't think we do enough to make people feel safe for COVID. And again, it's not shootings everywhere. It's a lot of shootings, but again, on the other end of it, we got to do something about guns. Let's see. Omega and Linda Wilder Bryan said, I'm good with my mask. Thank you. Your mask and shield. Thank you. All right. About 30 of the Georgia military women veterans are in my city this weekend, so I'm shouting them out. Georgia military women veterans, thank you. Have a great time in our city. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Good evening, Elaine. God bless you as well. I'm trying to go through this. All right, y'all liking the mask. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, Lori Lewis. Please tell your mom I said happy birthday. Please tell her that her favorite mayor said happy birthday. Please wish her happy birthday for me. Sheila is trying to get into grown folks' business. Am I working with the council on closing schools in the election? No, I'm not. The city council, how you doing? City council has nothing to do with schools closing. Thank you, Catalina. If your child turns 18 by January the 5th, register to vote, and you go and get your absentee ballots out. Yuresh, thank you. Good to see you. Georgia, I am out somewhere. I'm not telling you where I'm at, but I'm on an assignment. I'm actually doing something. And so I'm trying to get some stuff done. But again, nothing gets in the way of date night. Nothing. All right. Sharon, great. I appreciate you. Hey, Pastor Paul Little, thank you for joining us. Mardell says she wears 2 masks at once. Thank you. It's true. I mean, when you look at it, I mean, and this is a conversation we'll have one day. I mean, the crime in Savannah is, particularly the violent crime, is black males perpetuated on black males. And so being a black male my entire life, I think I'm a little qualified to speak on it. It's not profiling, it's not targeting, it is what it is. And when you look at what the issues are, it's usually about money, drugs, or women. And I'm just saying, we need to find better ways to teach our young men about how not to, if you are upset with somebody, that you deal with the issue and you move on. The problem is every single time you introduce a weapon into the equation, you have now done something different. Kimberly Wilson, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. I'm looking on. And I agree with you. I mean, the fact is that, when I've asked a couple of people, man, who shot you? Who shot you? And people, I ain't gonna tell you. As the city council addressing COVID suicide in Savannah area, the city council is not, but there are mental health organizations that are. We recognize that mental health is real. Mental health challenges are real. That's not something the city does, but we have mental health providers that are helping with that. Register to vote. Thank you, Loto. Well, Brandon, I mean, if I'm being honest with people about how the mask is ineffective in stopping the virus, well, when you look at Savannah's numbers as opposed to the rest of the state and the rest of the country, you tell me what the difference is. And we had the first mask mandate in the state of Georgia. And it could be proven how wearing masks have kept our numbers low. I'm being honest. Let's see, what else? My thoughts about the tech corridor. We're pushing hard past a little for the tech corridor. It is a game changer for us. But I think beyond the tech corridor, we have to do a better job at making sure people can read. About 85% of people in Savannah have a high school diploma. We have to get that closer to 100 because we recognize that improved literacy brings about improved opportunities. Thank you, Ms. Bernadette. Matter of fact, weren't you supposed to have something for me? I'm still waiting on it. I need to hang it up. Hey, Robin, thank you for joining us. Lisbeth, about the Savannah Police Assault Team I started recently. I didn't start a police assault team. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, Baby Belle. Looking forward to your wedding.
All areas within the
I love
terminal
you too,
building
Linda.
are designated and smoke-free. Thank you
Oh,
for your
Pat
cooperation.
raises a very good point. When they call you for jury duty, do your part. We do love Alderwoman Linda Wilder Bryant. Let's see. Hey, Chris, I'm doing my best. Carol, that's true. As you know, the city government does not own 911. It's a service that the county does. But if you're having those issues, contact your county commissioner. But the council will be talking soon with 911 because you gotta answer the calls. So we'll be working with that. Ed wants to know, do I believe Stacey Abrams should run for governor? Yeah, I mean, sure. I think she should. Let's see. See, Brandon, now let me tell you something. Now, Anya, who is one of my daughters, she's in medical school. And so she's dealing with that right now. And, she's just brilliant. She's going to be a great doctor. And I'm so proud of her. I am so proud of her. Joanne, thank you. Cheryl, I look forward to Friday night with you too. Thank you, Steve. That's why I couldn't let nobody get in the way of this. So I appreciate this. Hey, Hillary, thank you. And matter of fact, y'all go ahead and get your flu shots. I got mine. I don't like shots, but hey, go ahead and get that done. Let's see. Hey, good to see Commissioner Tabitha Odell from the 1st District of Chatham County. Good to see you, Commissioner Odell. Marjorie, thank you for that. Thank you. Help Clean Savannah, Tashonda. Tashonda, send me a message on that and I'll respond to you and see what it is you're talking about. All right. Heather, thank you for being a brand new Savannah. We are glad to have you in our city. Everybody welcome Heather to Savannah. Deborah says to rub thumbs in between fingers when using sanitizer and wash your hands. So I'm going to spray generously, judiciously, and she says to rub thumbs in between fingers.
Dalton's patient Joel Bird, please come back to B38. Joel Barud, please come back to B38.
Thank you. Let's see. Linda, I spoke on it. Yes, I mean, I'm telling people to do something different. Stay home. Let's see. Desmond, good to see you. Deborah, I'm on special assignment right now. I'm on a special mission. I can't really talk about it right now, but I will. Really. Now look, you're gonna bring your mask, you're gonna give me business cards to pass out now. Come on now. Yeah, this was actually made for me. I think Debbie Morris made it for me. But it's big, and for people who have big faces like me, and for people that have the little goatee, I like that it just covers the entire face, and it matches my chocolate brown complexion. Let's see. Brenda, good to see you, Brenda. Thank you. Hey, Bishop Jackie Gilbert Grant. I owe you a response. But it's always great to have Bishop Grant, who prays for me daily, and I appreciate that. Let's see. Hey, Cheryl, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Vanya. Thank you. I'm trying to go down. Ashley, I will look at that as well. Dunn, Shelley Dunn, thank you. Thank you, Sandra. Sandra says the Georgia Crisis Access Line, 1-800-715-4225 if you or someone you know is in a crisis. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going down. Yeah, I'm actually on the mission. If your child is turning 18 by December 2020, they can register for January the 5th. Katina, good to see you. I got my flu shot. Carolyn, I wish I was going. I mean, we have some great employees. I wish I could go around and bless them. I think we could agree. I mean, this is nice, but I don't think this is Savannah. I don't think so. All right. Let's see, what else? Just, y'all remember that. 10,000 people infected in Savannah. 10,000 people in Chatham County affected with COVID. And 200 people dead. Hey, Bernice, thank you so much. I appreciate that. C. Nicole says the Apollo Pharmacy has flu shots. Zion, you need my endorsement. Send me, Zion, send me a instant message. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Desmond. Catalina, if you want to do it, let's do it. Hey, the Honorable Vicki Nelson from Hinesville. And I know I'm looking around. Okay. Well, yeah, it's getting a little short. So, a happy anniversary to Loto and Leroy. Congratulations. 10 years. We appreciate that. We just love. Let's see, what else? All right, so I think it gets me to where I'm supposed to be. So tomorrow from 2 to 4, there's a coat giveaway. No, the flu and COVID-19 are not the same. They are not the same. And the COVID virus is much more active than the flu virus. That's why for Friday Night Live, y'all, we want you to get a flu vaccine. If you're over a certain age, we want you to get the pneumonia vaccine, and we'll talk more about mental health soon. But anyway, gotta go. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. Again, I was not going to let you down because you never let me down, and y'all are always there with me, and I appreciate you all. And we will see you next week. Next week we'll see you again for another Friday Night Live. God bless y'all. Again, thank you for joining me. Have a good night.